like there was this pep in my step. It was this, and I was so inspired. I was like, okay, what else can I do? So I started going down the rabbit hole of listening and watching more of his vlogs. And I said, I'm gonna meet this guy and I'm gonna bring him out to San Francisco one way. And then he was at an event, and I just snuck backstage and went right after him and talked to him, and we shook hands and took a selfie together. And a couple of months later, I sent him a deposit and signed a very expensive contract, and I brought him out here. But take your shot, do your thing, dress accordingly, show up. It matters because it'll change the energy in you, and then your whole career can change.
I love that. It's funny. It's funny. You totally reminded me of this. So you and I had met, I don't even know, well over a decade ago,
Well over a decade, yeah.
at a very high-end athletic club where I was the director of membership. And
Yes.
that
And a
was
very good
me.
director. A very good director, I might add.
I
Of
appreciate that.
membership. Thank
I
you.
Part of me being there was that I wanted to surround myself. I wanted to be in the space. Like I wanted to be around the right people as part of it. And then I eventually got into real estate. I had, I think it was my first, I don't know, three, four, maybe five deals. Every time I closed a transaction, I went and bought a custom suit. And that was my thing of, and not only that, like I now look at those suits and I'm like, oh yeah, that was this property, that was this property, that was, and there's a real genuine sense of pride
Yes.
associated with
I
each
love it.
of those pieces. Um, and and so that was one thing. That was one way. You mentioned this earlier about, you know, it was regards to basically like anchoring. If you don't have the sales, you don't feel successful, so you don't feel good. But it's like you can actually just put yourself mentally as if you already had that experience, and
Yep.
that is a way for me. So when I put on the suit, I feel good. So
Yes.
when I show up for a client, I know it's weird. It's like I stand different, I feel different, and then I show up
Amazing, right?
differently for the clients.
It
So
is.